together that was in it, and then we'd just watch the video and everyone go, cool, or could you just take that out? And I'd always like make sure they had a say before it went up, because they were definitely putting themselves out there as well.
Thing in my past, and I don't ever want to talk about it. And then I talked about it to somebody who is like, you look at them and they're like rich and beautiful and like their whole life is put together and they're bougie and fancy. I'm just like, oh, they would never get it. And it turns out that person had this exact same upbringing. And I was like, I can't believe I was hiding this from this, because we related on it so much and now we have such a real connection.
You just say, this is who I am, let's make a joke about it. It's an amazing thing. And I don't think it shouldn't be your first thought, like if it's going to trigger anyone, because if it's what you feel like it's right and it's making people laugh and stuff, then I think then that's fine, and you are really strong, and I just need you to know that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Get like a Polaroid picture.
I'm so glad you recognized me. Like, I thought you would, but I was like, I don't know. And I'm like, hey, it's working out. I'm sorry, that was gonna suck. Yeah. I actually was gonna be like, well, I'll see you later. Thank you so much. Great to meet you.
Welcome to Vidcon Australia, day 2. My name's Dodie. I'm a musician. Thanks for the whoop. I write music, and I have another channel where I pour out my brain.
So a lot of the people we get are just through friends. I have used like recruiting website type stuff, but not as much as usually people we know, which is a good way to do it.
I think that's the major thing, knowing the right people. That's the key. It's networking.
Asks any weirdness with developing professional relationships with friends, and specifically asking them to work for you.
Do it.
I'm sorry. And then
I'm happy about that.
And then I was just like,
No, I definitely like. It's just this song thing. It's like specific. Like the idea.
We found a sign that says YouTube Lounge. Is this a creators allowed in here?
When I met my best friend Yanni at the time, you know, back then we were like, oh my god, you're on the other side.
like, what if I spell it right? Oh my god, I nearly did another B then. This feels weird. Is that spelled right? Yeah.
The truth about it is we all have our shit. Like, we're all human, right? Like, nobody's perfect, and I think that social media can often perpetuate like this impossible perfect life.
There's sometimes where I've posted something and I felt a bit uncomfortable about it. I'm like, why am I posting this? Am I trying to like widen my audience? But I think, why am I trying to get this appreciation from like everyone when I should just focus on who loves me for me? I'm 22 years old, and I've grown up in a world, luckily, where I can like follow my dreams and all that kind of stuff. So I haven't felt that many limitations, which actually makes me quite passionate to break through any walls that come my way, because I'm like, well, you can't tell me I can't do this just because I'm a woman. Mm-hmm. Like, I can do whatever I want, kind of thing. And I feel that the opportunities that have been given to me through starting a YouTube channel are just incomparable to anything else in any other industry that I can think of, because by the age of 22, I could like start running my own business and literally living a job day to day where like I'm my own boss and I can choose what to do and everything like that. And it is so fulfilling to think that I am a young woman and there's an industry in the world that has allowed me to do this.
People are ready to give women jobs. Like, they're excited about it, and like if you're thinking about it right now, it really is hungry. Like, I'm working on a film, and we were at a meeting looking at directors, and I'm like, I want a female director, I want a female director. And as they're, you know, scanning through 40 men, there's 4 women, and they go, well, they're all booked for 5 years. Everyone wants female directors. creators. Everyone, like, really, it's a time right now not to hold back.
I felt extremely alone and isolated at that point, and I wish I had like a big sister or something who was in high school with me and could help me and hold my hand and tell me what to do. And my mum was like my biggest support, but I just was like, I wish I had someone my age to help me. And then I thought, well, I can be that big sister to the girls that are going through it.
Creative space, like, no one has to see it until you want them to see it. But like, you perfecting it in your brain doesn't do anything. Like, I would say, like, the only thing that matters in writing is just, you know, like, hands to keyboard. That's all that matters. It could be the most brilliant movie of all time, but like, I'd much rather read a crappy movie that someone actually wrote than have them talk my ear off for 90 minutes about one they didn't. You know what I mean? Like, just start doing it, and then you can reveal it when you want. Do as much work as possible. Do more work than you're asked to do. You know what I mean? There's so many people who go, well, this is just enough, and I'm getting it, and I'm getting it. And I've seen a lot of people, when they finally get opportunity, they don't know what to do with it, as opposed to going, oh yeah, I got myself here, now you're looking at me, here's an arsenal of shit I was making while everyone else was at the bar. You know what I mean? So I just say take on every opportunity you can for your reel, for doing things for friends. Like, just build up your resume while no one's watching, and then when they finally watch and you throw down this like huge tablet of things you've done, that's when, yeah.
My whole YouTube life and going to events until I finally met the one person that I clicked with. There's been many YouTubers that have just been like strictly business, like we've collaborated just for the sake of sharing each other's audiences and keeping like super professional, but as people, we'd always say hi to each other, but you know when you click with someone you feel it, and sometimes you don't feel that, but you've got to sometimes look at YouTubers' work as well. But when you find someone who you click with on a personal level and you collaborate with them, the viewer can see how amazing that is as well, because you bounce off each other. You don't have to edit every single like awkward moment. A friend who I've met through YouTube was actually a subscriber originally, Talia. So for me, I would have never, imagined that to happen, but it did, and I clicked with her so well, and we're the best of friends. But thirdly, I love Jenna Marbles. She just makes me laugh, and like her reading me comments and everything like that, like you said, like just having like a funny, I don't know, perspective.
She's so great because she's like, well, she's just so pure. But she also, and talented, but she's also flourishing. Like, I met her 2 years ago at Summer in the City, and I remember we did a panel, and I didn't know who she was, and we were hanging out. She was just so, like, and I had no idea that then she went on stage, and I was like, excuse me? And now she's here, and she's just, like, killing it. Sorry. Dodie, I love you.
I think it's weird because the video that I'm most proud of didn't do very well in views, but I loved creating it. It was a big risk, and what I did basically is that I just put it out there to all of my subscribers, and I said, send me a full video of your day, and I'm going to compile a video just to show everyone's day from a different perspective. The video was not beauty related, it was not vlog related, anything, so my audience were a bit like, Danny, what is this, are you okay? But I always wanted to do like filmmaking and stuff like that, so I was finally like, okay, I'm going to do a video that I want to create. And it took me like, it was like 10 days of like, you can laugh, it's 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. editing with one break. I know.
I love it.
And then it didn't do very well. Not many people watched it, not many people received it very well. And that was fine because I still enjoyed it. And it was something that like, it's the kind of thing that I wanted to like show my family and be like, look what I made. You know what I mean? Put it on the fridge kind of thing.
Of career, of friendship, of social life, where someone has a spot and you need to get it from them. There are an unlimited amount of spots. So again, like Danny said, like using it as aspiration.
Inspirational sweet quote. So they're all in my head right now. I'll leave it by saying, work so hard that your rivals become... Oh my God. Too many quotes going on.
Danny quote the day calendar.
Quote is... Yeah, thank you. Work so hard that your idols become your rivals. Yeah. Like, used to go on my Instagram, but I wouldn't upload my first video. And now I'm here.
give little moments of personalness, it means that much more than exposing all of it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I've never made this analogy before, but it's almost like your personal life is burlesque online, where it's like you can show it all or like all the time and people become desensitized to it and think they have access to you. Or like you show a little bit, you take off a glove and it's like, oh God, your ankle.
Their mum,
Yeah.
also my second mum, and we'd love to know what's the best piece of advice that
And to be honest, it's strange for me because when I see speculation or gossip videos or Instagram pages or whatever made about me, it's weird because they're only speculating on the small little bit of me that I show online. So I look at what they say about me as if it's not actually about me because I don't understand who they're talking about. Like, well, I wouldn't do that, so I don't get why you can speculate that I do that.
Do you guys have Naked Life sparkling soda? Want plain soda water? No. Okay.
Smart ladies.
Yes. Is this mine?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna drop it. Oh my god, oh my god.
Feel free to move anything out of the way.
It's a mukbang.
Ta-da! Oh my god, that actually looks so nice. I love these vegetables. What just happened?
He started gagging on his side.
It just fizzed all the way up and it was like, oh my god.
This must be what your dad meant. What the hell?
Oh my god.
How cool is it?
That must be like so hot to like all the other buildings nearby. It must be like, what the fuck?
I'm pretty sure you can feel the warmth when
How
you're
long
down
does
there.
it go for?
I think a minute.
Oh my god, quick, go to Snapchat. Go to Snapchat.
It's so beautiful, the light right now.
Whoa, it's all the way down here. I didn't even notice.
What?
Guys, look, there's fire.
So cool.
I bet you it'll end now.
What do you mean?
Now that I've gone to Snapchat, it'll end.
Probably.
Come on,
Come on,
guys.
go. Go.
Come on.
Go!
What the? Come on, one more. Oh.
Nah, it's gone. The flames are going.
No. No. Oh. Watch my blog to find out this, to see the real fire. The fire thing's happening again, guys.
I can mainly see the reflection of all of us.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm too intent on eating my soup. So
How's recording?
Don't put that in there.
definitely put it in there. Nasty.
We're gonna sing.
It's not goodbye, it's just see you later.
Oh, my arm's hurt.
Like after this weekend, honestly.
Goodbye, friends. Bye, Taylor. Bye,
Yeah,
Sharon.
bye, Logan.
Look at my hair. Look at my hair. Look what just happened. That's great.